terms of how the electorate wants you to handle these issues of taxes, which are core to their existence.
You know, by the way, and I say this with utmost respect, if you go to the hospital and you trust the doctor, and the doctor prescribes some medication for you, and looks at your condition and says, this is where you're supposed to go. You take that and you believe it. What happened in our country, and not just in Murima now, is that the people who are supposed to give us solutions, because we elect people because they have, first of all, capabilities, they know better than we do, because they have a bigger view of things, and they're supposed to make proper decisions for us. And we're supposed to be comfortable that they are going to make decisions for us. What has happened in this country is that we have lost that faith. So even when a proper decision is being made, you're skeptical. You know, the public is skeptical. They're like, do you have our interests at heart?
Maybe the trust deficit is coming from a point of, it seems to have been eroded over time.
It's not immediate. This is something that has been coming over time. I mean, we have come a long way. We're talking about 40, 50, 60 years of it coming. And that's why I'm saying maybe probably as a country we'll go a full circle and come to say, okay, now this is where we went wrong. This is where the rain started beating us. And now we need to go back to basics. And then we go and correct what went wrong. Because if when it gets to a point, I ask myself, why would Kenyans not trust the people they elected 2 years ago? And at that time, they're the ones who participated in the elections. Because this is not just about the 13th Parliament. This is not just about this administration. We had a problem in the last administration, do you remember? Remember that same Murima told Uhuru to finish and go. Maliza uende. We were here telling Moi must go. Yote yawezekana bila Moi.
Unbogable.
We said we were unbogable. We have been doing these things over time. So is it that we have a trust deficit, or is it that we have leaders who do not care for the common mwananchi? And if you ask me, if I look at my predecessors, I've told you I'm number 9. None of those people has been removed from position because of death. They have all been kicked out by the electorate, except Jomo Kenyatta and Jose, except 2. 7 of them have contested for their seat and been kicked out. So I keep asking, what is this that happens that we have? Why are these mistakes that we make every time that we have made for 7 times consecutively? That every time you're like, apana, hapo tulifanya makosa, wacha tuondoe huyu tuweke huyu mwingine. What is that thing? Until we identify what that thing is, then we will still be caught in this in this melee, and we are unlikely to progress as a country. Because for us to progress as a country, we must have some faith in our systems, and that faith must be established one way or another. Whether we are going to have a national dialogue and say, now this is where we are supposed to go, or this is how we are supposed to be electing our peoples, or this is how we shall have our representation, we will need to have trust in our government institution. Let me tell you, I was in Azerbaijan earlier this month. And you realize in other countries like those ones, anything that is associated with government, they are afraid of you if you're private sector and you're not associated with government. What happens in Kenya? If you hear anything is government, you want to run away. You don't want to be associated.
I mean, when they are pending bills worth billions, of course.
Yeah, I'm saying. And you know these pending bills, how old are the pending bills? We have pending bills for over 10 years. Pending bills at NYS, pending bills at Kengen, pending bills at Kenya Power, pending bills in the ministry, whatever, counties, everywhere. We have pending bills that are as old as 10, 15 years. So what I'm saying, it is not just unique to this government. Actually, this government is really trying to get out of the hole by paying these pending bills. But when did we come? Actually, do you know, George, growing up, there's something that we used to call the yellow paper. If you got, a few years back, even during Moi's days, if you got that yellow paper, what you call an LPU, a government LPU, you would present it to the bank and they would fund your business. Right now, even Shylocks will not take it.